Most of you know that on March 4th, 1992, I was the longest clinically documented death case in America. I had a stroke. That's what killed me. But as a result of that stroke, I had serious brain damage. It was massive, and they said I wouldn't live through the age of 30 as a result. Totally paralyzed left side of my body. Most of you know the story if you've been following this channel for a while. I've shared that with you. I suffered from depression and anxiety as a result of the stroke. Nothing I could do about it. Brain changes, and this controls everything, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I have an Ivy League MBA. I'm accomplished. I work. I'm everything they said I wouldn't be. And I think that's interesting as well. One thing the medical profession gave to me as a result of all my interactions with all the psychologists, medical professionals, etc., they got me hooked on Xanaxes. I couldn't sleep at night without popping a quarter milligram Xanax. I couldn't, basically the left side of my body, I'd suffered from a lot of spasticity as a result of the stroke. Spasticity is when your muscles get involuntarily tight. And so being somebody who wasn't really a walker and was learning to walk, having something that would relax that spasticity was appealing to me because it allowed me to walk a little bit better, and it was a little less embarrassing when I was out in public. Not that people stared, but, let's be honest, people stared. I walked horribly, and if I had a Xanax or something to calm me down, I was a little bit more normal. Maybe. But, I had all my reasons for why I was taking Xanaxes, and they were prescribing them for me, as many as I wanted. Boy, I tell you what, sometimes I think back on that time, and I think maybe they were just trying to make me comfortable. Nobody thought I was going to live very long, I don't think. Everybody knew all the internal health issues I had with the brain damage and everything. I don't think anybody thought I was really going to live long, and maybe they thought they were doing me a favor by prescribing me whatever the hell it is that I wanted. Nobody thought I was going to be 50 and running an empire and being Doug Vandergraaf, and that's really weird because I believed it all along. But hey, who am I to say I have brain damage? So I believe a lot of things, right? But it was tough for me to get through that. To get through the Xanax addiction, I went to AA. And I went there for about a year and went to meetings every day. And believe it or not, Alcoholics Anonymous, not only are there alcoholics in the room, but there are also people who are struggling with chemical addiction, non-alcohol related as well. So it was pretty friendly, and I enjoyed the meetings. I met some people. Why am I sharing this? You're probably thinking, okay, Doug, why are you sharing this? Well, because right now I'm sitting here and my heart is heavy because someone I care about is struggling, not just with a bad habit and not just with a rough patch, but with addiction. And if you've ever sat in this same space, feeling helpless, hopeful, broken, then you already know that this moment changes you. It's a quiet kind of heartbreak. It just stretches you to your thinnest threads, and today I just wanted to speak into that place, and not with judgment, and not with quick answers, because let me tell you, although I don't struggle with any other addictions since, and I have gotten over my Xanax addiction, it was tough. But I don't drink. I don't partake in anything that could put me in a position to revisit that chapter of my life. But I wanted to talk today with honesty that only someone walking through this chapter of dealing with somebody else's addiction would understand. When someone you love battles addiction, it feels like we're fighting shadows. We see the person they used to be, the one they could be, and the version that addiction has trapped them into becoming. And we live caught between those worlds, loving all of them, even when it hurts. And we wrestle with questions that don't have clean answers. We ask ourselves if we could have done more. And we wonder if setting boundaries is loving or if it's abandoning them. And we wonder if grace means staying or if it sometimes means stepping back. And most of all, we wonder if they know. Do they have any idea? The person that I'm speaking about already has an alcohol issue, and doctors have been prescribing pain medication. And because they have an alcohol issue, they just continue to drink alcohol, plus they're taking the pain medication. Personally, I can see this going down a very bad path. But you wonder, this person isn't an idiot. Do they know what they're doing to themselves? Do they know that there's people that care? And even when they don't care about themselves, if they knew how much hope we were carrying for them, even when they've lost theirs, would it make a difference? Sometimes we can just watch people, and either we've been there before ourselves, or we don't have that issue and it's hard for us to understand. But you just say to yourself, do you have any idea what the hell you're doing to yourself? And addiction tries to convince people that the story is already over and that the person that we care about is gone and that it's useless to believe. And we just step away and say, hey, we just need to set boundaries. They're destroying themselves. I don't want to go down with their ship, But that's a lie, because every day someone wakes up and finds their way back. Every day someone who was lost gets found again. And every day grace breaks through where darkness said it couldn't. And so, even when it feels like hope is small and flickering, we hold it anyway. And even when love costs us everything we think we have to give, we love anyway. And even when we're tired of being tired, we pray anyway, we believe anyway, and we stay ready anyway. Because when we care about people, it does not always mean that we need to fix them. Sometimes caring about others means standing at the gates of someone's heart with a light still burning, whispering, when you're ready, I'll still be here. And if you're sitting there right now, like I am, and feeling the weight of someone else's fight, you're not alone, because it's a burden. Why can't they see what the hell they're doing to themselves? We live in this world today where doctors are just giving people fentanyl. What the hell are you giving people fentanyl for when 800 milligram ibuprofen would probably be just as good? I don't get these damn doctors these days. They just prescribe whatever the hell the strongest thing is, thinking, hey, I'm solving the problem, but you're creating a problem as well. And, when you care about people in a way that addiction cannot steal, and even when you can't see it, even when it hurts more than you can say, I want you to know that by caring and being there, it matters. So this afternoon, I sit here and I choose to believe that no story is too far gone. I choose to believe that grace is bigger than addiction and my God is bigger than addiction. And I choose to believe that healing is still possible for anyone. And if you're walking this same road today, I just want you to know that you're not walking it alone, because I'm here with you and we're walking this road together. And let's stay on the path. Grab my hand, I'll hold yours, and we'll keep walking, because you know what? Hope and myself are both stubborn like that. And it shows up even when the night is long, and it whispers even when the noise of fear is loud. Hope promises that love, real love, is never wasted. Not ever. So, If you're dealing with somebody who's struggling with addiction, I feel your pain. You know what hurts even worse is when you can see it and they can't. And you're like, what the hell are you doing, man? Anyway, I wanted to reach out today and just do a little video. It's kind of how I'm feeling today. I feel it's only fair for me to let you into my world a little bit as I struggle with other people and what the heck they're doing with themselves. This person, I don't know if they're going to change, and I don't really know if there's anything we can do to make them see what's going on. I just don't know. I need to think about it more. I need to pray about it more. But while I'm doing that, I'm thinking about you, and I'm praying for you as well. Be strong, my friends. God bless you. Bye-bye.